about the time me and Fiona both got naked together and things got kind of freaky.
Hi guys! Just a disclaimer, this was our experience. Not every onsen's gonna be the same. Not everyone's onsen experience is gonna be the same.
Also, I can promise you your onsen will not be the same as this. Because we were literally with a giant group of anime party hearts. When we were in Japan, one of the special things that was awarded to us was we got to spend a night at an onsen. For those of you that don't know, an onsen is a hot spring.
The onsen we went to was not like a natural
it wasn't like a real hot spring. No, it was like a fake bath.
Yeah. For the people that were involved with the World Cosplay Summit, this was their last night in Japan. So basically this was like the party night. Like everyone was like, let's get wasted and have lots of fun.
And that's exactly what they did.
And a lot of karaoke.
Another thing that we should probably mention is that me and Fiona were the youngest people there.
Yeah, like
neither of us are drinking age.
No.
But the rule at the onsen is don't ask, don't tell.
So let's get into the video.
Woo! So on the morning that we were going to leave from our hotel in Nagoya, in Sakae, to I think it's in Aichi Prefecture where the hot spring was, our tour guide, who might I add was not the best, she screwed us over quite a few times. Anyway, she said, meet me in the lobby at 1. She failed to inform us that we needed to be checked out of our hotel room at 12:30, so we got a really angry call to our hotel room. They're like, check out now!
Yeah, and we were literally like...
Not packed.
No, we're like, what? So no information was passed on to us. At this point, we were pretty worked up and we're like scrambling around, we're packing our suitcases and we're like running out the door to check out, and we go to the lobby and there's like a huge group of everyone in the World Cosplay Summit already there with their bags, and we're just like
everywhere, bags, props, everything, everywhere. It was ridiculous.
It was mayhem.
I do not deal with stressful situations very well, so I proceeded to cry for about an hour. A girl from our group, the sushi ninja group, her name was Momo. She was from Mexico. She was very nice.
No English.
No English.
No.
But she was very nice.
Yes.
She went to Team Mexico, who my dad had actually won the World Cosplay Summit, and they're
super cute.
Yes, they were.
Oh my gosh.
She brought them over, or one of them, Juan, because he spoke English, and he was like, here, have some water, don't worry, I'll take care of you. If you need anything, please just come to me. I'm gonna put you on the bus with us, so you'll be just fine, don't worry. And I was like...
It was like talking to a cosplay superstar. So after that, we get onto the bus. There's 2 buses full of cosplayers. Literally 10 minutes into sitting on this bus, someone from the front shouts, "Who wants beer?" and starts passing back packs of beer, and people are like, "Whoa!" and we're just like, okay. We finally were like half an hour off track. We finally get along and start driving. We say our goodbyes to Nagoya. It's very sad.
I want to cry.
Yeah, I really miss Nagoya. But the bus ride was super pretty.
Like, normally I don't really like long bus rides where I'm cramped and stuff, but the scenery was so beautiful.
It was like scenery, like, this sounds totally weeby, but like straight out of My Neighborhood Friend Totoro. Like, that's what I thought of when we were driving along. It started off a little rocky in the morning, but it was getting better progressively.
The bus ride really relaxed me because it was very, very, very beautiful. So after about, I would like to say the ride was about 2 hours.
Well, we stopped at a grocery store.
Yeah, we did.
Got our stuff.
The whole grocery store, the inside and the outside of the parking lot.
Smelled like cow poop.
It was really gross. So once we arrived to the onsen and Fiona almost lost her bag, we walk into the onsen, and the first thing that there is these very nice old ladies standing at like this
giant
raised
structure in the middle.
That looked kind of like a shrine.
Yeah.
And
they just popped out and they're like...
And they were just handing out yukatas to everyone. So you would have your height, which was very hard because in Canada we measure height, even though we use centimeters, we measure height by feet.
Yeah.
On the elevator up to our room, the elevator was very short-tempered, so you would like open the door and you'd have to hold the button or it would instantly close on you. And us and these guys from the UK nicknamed it the Gaijin Eater because it kept closing on people.
It was so funny. So we head up to our room, we have all of our stuff, and I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting roommates. Were you?
No, I wasn't
No.
expecting roommates.
So we walked in and I was just like, whoa, whoa.
There's already people in our room. We're just like,
yeah, and we're like, hi guys. And we shared a room with the
Canadian representatives. They weren't participating in the World
But they
Cosplay
were
Summit. They were like
representing
spectators.
future.
Yeah.
And Team Philippines, and they were so nice. Like,
They
we were
were really,
very
really
grateful to be sharing a room with everyone. Everyone was really
They
nice.
were really nice.
We changed into our yukatas.
Which took a long time.
But luckily, the girl from Canada, she knew how to.
She'd already been before?
Nothing. You wear nothing but your underwear. So boobage slippies are very common.
Apparently, you actually can wear your bra underneath it. So after dinner, I switched mine to my bra.
Yeah, and when you're putting on a yukata, we learned this trick: leftover rice.
So you want to have your
Leftover
yukata
right.
left over right instead of, and if you put it like right over left, that
You're a
means
dead
you're
person.
dead.
It means you're dead.
That's how you put your
So-
your yukata when you're dead.
So don't be walking around the onsen like that, or else you might be getting some funny looks. Or they'll just be like, ah, gaijin.
We went down to have dinner, which was very traditional, like
Sit on the
Inuyasha
floor
style.
with mats on the floor.
It was really, there was a lot of mix-up because, like, I don't know why, but they didn't, like, have tables for us.
Like, we
It
weren't
was-
like part of. It was weird. I don't know. I
don't know.
already felt excluded to begin with, but sometimes we're like, that was just kind of like.
That was, like, worse. So they
Yeah,
were
I
just
was
like, well,
thinking-
these seats don't belong to anyone, so you girls can sit here, I
Yeah,
guess.
sushi ninja, and we're just like, okay.
Thank you.
Anyway, it all worked out. We sit down for our dinner. Everyone, we were super early, and everyone comes streaming in. Everyone takes their spots. Different countries have different areas in the whole dining hall, I would call them. So once everyone fills up, they start making speeches, which is super cool. Once we sat down, I think one of the like warmest things was once we sat down and everyone started eating, everyone got up and came around with their bottles of beer and was like, "Kanpai!" Like people you
Everyone.
didn't even know. And I just
Everyone.
thought like that was such a warm community feeling. And it was just so nice. And like we even got up and went over to like the Canada representatives and the Philippines. And we were like, "Kanpai!" Everyone was getting pretty wasted.
And
at
they're
this
just
point.
like, wow!
I had a few drinks myself, but
A few.
like you should have seen some of these people.
They were like crazy.
it was getting pretty extreme.
And then they did something that I was very, very surprised. That I didn't think that was gonna happen. They all got up and started doing karaoke on stage.
We're gonna post the onsen vlog before that, so go check out our onsen vlog if you want to see more of that footage. But this was the coolest, funnest thing ever.
We didn't go up on stage because none of us can sing, we can't speak Japanese, and we can't dance.
Like everyone rushed to the front near the stage.
We were like doing watagai.
And there were a group of like Japanese guys, and they were on the stage and they were singing, and people
was-
from the World Cosplay Summit were there too.
It was the best thing I've ever seen in my entire
It was
life.
probably the highlight of the night.
It was so much fun. We decided it would probably be a good time to, while everyone was distracted, to actually go to the onsen, like the hot spring. We did want to like go
Because I was like, well, we're at an onsen.
and we're not gonna go in.
Yeah, like that's just, I gotta do it.
So first we get off at the onsen floor. Already there's like nobody there. So we go to the door and it says closed on the door, and I was like, closed? What do you
Can we
mean?
just go in?
And I just pulled the door open and it's open. So I was like, we're going in. So we ditch our shoes outside like we're supposed to, and off we go into the onsen. This onsen was a full naked onsen.
You had like a towel, but it was like
It was, like,
big. Like it was
like, this big, and it was, like-
probably covered this much of me if I held it up. So we hurried into the onsen, and
Sat down.
it was like really nice, and
It was really hot in the entire building.
I actually would have stayed longer. And you know, when in Rome,
do as the Romans do, unless it's incest.
That was like the
That was
thing
like
of
a
the
running
trip.
joke. And it was really nice. The water was really delightful, but it was already like really humid outside, and it was really humid inside the onsen as well. So I was just kind of like,
Yeah, but it was, I don't know, it was
I still had a lot of fun inside it. It was so like relaxing. I could
Yeah.
have fallen asleep.
It was awkward at first.
And Fiona just gave up.
I just kind of gave up
She
eventually.
like took her towel off and put it on her head. She was
and I
just
was
like,
just like chilling there naked. I
she's
was
just
like
swimming and
yeah, I don't know. I just kind of gave up. I was just like, you know what? I'm in Japan. I'm gonna go.
That's the
that
story of how I saw Fiona naked.
And so we got out eventually, like after 10-15 minutes maybe, and then we went to the little like
Stool shower.
stool shower area, and like I washed my hair and like washed myself down, and so did Erin. We exited the onsen. This area was like, they had BB cream.
Free, you can just squirt onto your hand.
It was like,
they had like eyeliner, they had all kinds of things. It's like a pump, and you just like, it's attached to the sink, and you just poof.
It was BB cream, and you could have just lived there.
It was really,
hairbrush.
really nice.
They had toothpaste. Here's actually, we should have included this. And then in your room, there's one of these for each of everyone, and it's this little bag, and it has like little stuff like, here's a shower cap, toothbrush and toothpaste. They had these really funky combs that like stretch out.
They're actually really useful.
Yeah, and hair ties. And there's one other thing in here, I can't remember. I think it was like a towel.
Yeah, like a little, it was your body towel.
It was a little body towel. So after the onsen, we went back to our room quickly
to touch ourselves up.
Our roommates told us that there were fireworks, and we're like, oh my god, this is an anime. I'm in an anime.
We're wearing yukatas, and we're gonna go see fireworks.
We just saw karaoke. We're gonna go see fireworks. We went to an onsen.
It was really, really, really amazing.
So we go outside. It was like 11 at night now, and everyone was completely wasted.
It was fun.
They were gone, but it was so much fun. And everyone's out there with fireworks, and there's staff handing out fireworks.
Like sparklers and stuff.
Yeah.
Here's one fact that if you ever want to do Japanese fireworks, that I would like to let you know. Japanese fireworks are small and cute, but very dangerous.
Aggressive, they're aggressive.
So one of the girls from Team Philippines, we were doing sparklers with her. She had it like whipped up over her head. She was like waving around. She was like screaming. It was really funny, but then she lit one and it was just on fire, and she's like, how come it's not working? And then it exploded. A piece of it went under my shoe, burned a hole into the shoe and into my foot, and then I almost died of smoke inhalation. I was like, it was so painful. It was just under my foot and just burning.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
But I didn't let that stop me from having fun at the fireworks.
I have to say, one of the things about our onsen experience in particular was I loved the community sense about it. I think that was like,
because nobody knew each other really, but we all wanted to have fun together.
Yeah, and I have to say, like, this entire trip, because we weren't really part of the World Cosplay Summit, but we were kind of like just there because we were like, we won the contest, we kind of felt like excluded
and isolated.
And so this was the first time during our whole trip that we actually felt like we belonged to the group, and we're just like, wow, this is just really nice.
And it was really nice. It was so
really
much
nice.
fun.
So after that, I think we were out there for like 45 minutes, an hour, and then we headed back inside because we knew we had to wake up at like 5 in the next morning
to go to the airport.
So we claimed our spots, and our other roommates were still out drinking and partying, but yeah, we kind of got into bed.
And another thing about the onsen is that you sleep on the floor, on like
traditional
mats.
futons.
And let me just tell you, it's not as uncomfortable as it sounds.
Yeah, people are like, you sleep on the floor?
Squad.
Overall, I think this night in particular was an experience of a lifetime, and something that we'll never be able to do again, even if we do go back to an onsen.
It won't be like that.
It won't ever be the same like that.
Because if we go back to an onsen, just the two of us, it'll be
fun.
It'll be just the two of us.
Oh, that's be nice. So, a big question is,
should you go to an onsen?
If you're in Japan and you have the chance, yeah, should you go to an onsen?
Do it.
100% yes.
Just do it.
It's not something that everyone thinks of at first when they go to Japan. You know, they think of like Akiba and like Harajuku,
Shibuya.
Yeah, but I definitely think that it's something you should try. I think it's such an experience on its own.
For foreigners, getting naked around each other is like a really weird thing. Like you're like,
oh my god,
that is so taboo. What? You can't get naked in front of each other.
Yeah, but
in Japan, it's like a bonding family thing.
You
go
you're
to an
with
onsen.
girls.
It gets separated like boys and girls.
We forgot to
But like, when you go to the onsen, it's like you, your mom, your sisters, your aunts, your grandparent, your grandma, and you're all in the hot spring together. It's like a family thing. And going to an onsen is a very popular vacation destination in Japan. So if you get the chance to go, although it is a little bit pricey, I really recommend that you go.
And I even recommend that you like literally go to the onsen. Like,
get in it, naked, and go.
Just do it. I mean,
It seems scary, but just rip it off and just
yeah, you just like,
because once you're in the water, no one can
it's
see
a
you
little
anyway.
bit of like an adrenaline rush at first because you're like, oh my god. But I don't know, if you're with people you're comfortable with, I would just go for it, man. It's so much fun and you'll regret not going, or at least I know I would. So that's why I just went for the plunge. So I guess that's it for this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Don't forget, if you want to see the onsen, go to our onsen video.
yes, we'll
Here.
attach the vlog. Go, go,
Go
go.
to it.
Go watch it. You can see the karaoke. And so yeah, we hope you enjoyed listening to us ramble about, oh my god, this video is like 30 minutes. Whatever, we'll edit it. Anyway guys, we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.